Where's Tanelia?
Its footsteps are like thunder, scaring the dust and making the floor scream for mercy. Knives already knows the visitor is not a cat. It develops bad habits, being noisy one day and quiet the next. Knives thinks it is best to always walk softly. So
Yeah, I'll play some. I'll play some Warzone, Skyrim. Pretty much play anything, but those are the two main games I'm streaming right now. Warzone and Skyrim. What are you playing, Fry Daddy? What type of games are you?
It is not a Khajiit, so it depends on its eyes. It can only see what's in front, but Knives hears. 20 paces to the east, a thief scratches his ears. 50 paces further, a beggar sighs and counts his coin.
Guys, aware.
2 stories above,
Aware, my
a couple
dude.
says their vows, while underneath in the catacombs, a widow weeps for her husband. The cat hears, the mind knows, minutes before anything is seen. Its eyes can only see the past, but Knives' ears know the future.
God damn. Sound like you were born for this.
True, they say the Khajiit are born into the guild. Knives thinks he was born an assassin, raised a prowler, and adopted by thieves. Knives was the last of a litter of 3 and slew the one who gave birth to him. From that day, his fur was marked with blood.
God damn.
Many would say the same, if not for the mane on his back. It runs crimson, while his father's wear grey. It was an ill omen, and Knives' father was a superstitious cat. The very sight of this one threw him into a rage. On those nights, he would wander the village sands, waiting for the new sun to warm them. He was drawn to the back alleys and the aroma of the moon. If he was tired or hungry, he warmed his way through the crowd outside the skooma huts, picking the pockets of those who had one too many. Only one night, he picked the wrong pocket. It belonged to a servant of cities. Yes, he convinced Knives he was right side up, when in truth he was upside down. Knives did not know this, because the cat always landed on his feet. To heed the call of the Black Sacrament, and to young Knives, taking a life was no different than stealing a coin. Young Knives was eager to please his mentor, so he killed without remorse. He would have kept killing if Razir paid him what he was worth. Some say Knives should not have betrayed Razir, but it was Knives who was betrayed first. But why kill him? Well, it was easier for Knives to murder his mentor than to tell him no. Razir told this one he was an assassin of the Dark Brotherhood, a remnant of the Corinthi Sanctuary in Elswir. The sanctuary had been shut down by the Black Hand, and without a guild or disciple, he said he wished to pass on his knowledge. He taught this Khajiit the tools of the trade, mostly how to listen, how to find a single sound in a cacophony of noise. A whisper in a tavern, a rattle of a coin purse, a
That is
footstep in a
deep.
crowd. So much information in a single step. The step conveyed where a person was, where he was headed, and how anxious he was to get there. Yet it was not all Knives was taught. Razir showed this Khajiit how to read, how to charm, and even how to cook. Yes, there are people in life who will do everything to help one succeed, and those who will use him for their own success. It turns out, these people look exactly the same. Knives steals for the guild and carves those shadow marks in the doors that have none. On some occasions, he will even cook. Usually, Knives saves his talents for special meals, like when an enterprising thief steals a vintage wine or a barrel of imported delicacies. In fact, Knives' fondest memory is the day a disgruntled fisherman sold Tonelia a crate of fresh meringar. 'Tis a rare fish that inhabits the Sea of Coasts, a week's voyage from the coast. Knives prepared the fillet with chives, parsley, and a drop of lemon, and served it with a side of fresh tomatoes. The walls of this sewer drank in that aroma for weeks. Not a single complaint could be heard in the flagon. Even Nerun managed to keep his mouth silent. Ah, that was a good time to be Knives. Only one night he picked the wrong